Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday, the 10th of November 2024, and I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Some people are enjoying their weekend by getting out and about. Apparently, according to the Guardian, there are lots of protests across America, anti-Trump protests, to which I say, you're a bit bloody late. A bit bloody late. Why weren't you doing this weeks and weeks ago? You had the chance to demonstrate, to show your feelings and to demonstrate to the world and to your fellow citizens that you won't stand for a fascist president, but you've just let it pass. You've let it slide and he's got in and now you are stuck with it. Of course, fighting fashion is fighting fashion and fascism. Both of these are things we have to do constantly. I was going to say education is a constant battle. You know, people sometimes think, oh, we've done the education bit. A bit like, you know, AIDS education. Oh, yeah, they had lots of posters and advertisements and anti-AIDS. But, you know, in the meantime, lots of young people have grown up and started a lifestyle that is very dangerous. And, you know, it's just astonishing to me that it's just so annoying to me because Americans seem to be so useless when it comes to demonstrating. One thing I can say about the British is they're pretty good at demonstrating, really, or certainly when I was young, we had lots of marches and demonstrations to show how things ought to be. Actually, they weren't always successful, of course, hardly ever successful, but at least they felt quite good and they were successful in some ways. At least, you know, when people need educating. I thought somebody was. I thought my gardener was calling me. No, she's not calling me. She's calling my neighbour. I can hear the sound of the voice of my gardener. All right. Shall we get on with the game of Sudoku before I go any further? What can we see? This is the New York Times hard level Sudoku puzzle. I see a pair of 2 and 8 here blocking across, a pair of 2 and 8 blocking up here, giving me a pair of 2 and 8 in those squares there. Actually, I see something else. Now looking at those 8s, I see 8 blocking here and 8 blocking those squares there. We're going to get an 8 there, aren't we? But anyway, back here, let's see if there's anything else. 2 and 8 there. So we've got 9 blocking across here and 9 up there. That's going to give us a 9 in that square there. We've got 1 blocking this square, 1 blocking this square, and 1 blocking this square. So we're going to have ourselves a digit 1 there. Uh, 3, 5, 6 missing in this row, and we've got 3 and 5 here, so that's going to be our 6. 3 blocking this square, so here's our 3 and there's our 5. We've got 1 blocking this square, 1 blocking down here and 1 blocking down here. That will give us 1 in that square down there, and we'll be left with 2, 7, 9, I think, in these squares. So we've got the 7 down there, so that puts 7s into those squares. 2, 9, not sure. Okay, right. Now, what was I saying up here? 2, 8 in those squares there. So we're left here with 4, 5, and 6. So 4's up there, 5's are up there. What are we left with here? 6, 7. I'm not sure about those. 6 there. All right, let's go through in numerical fashion. No, let's not, because I see a 4 blocking down here, and that's going to give me a 4 in that square, and 4 across here, and 4 across there, which will give me a 4 there. All right, now let's try going in numerical fashion. Okay, I've got 581 across here. I've got 581 across here. So I've got 581 in those squares, and I've got an 81 here. So that is going to be our 5. We'll be left here with 8 and 1. So what else do we know? We know 7 blocks down here and down here. That's going to be our 7. Again, we know this is 1 and 8 in those squares. So these have to be 2, 3, and 9. 9s are there, 3s are there, and the 2s still highly unknown, I think. I think this is a 6 but I'm not sure. I've got to work it out. 6 blocks across here, right? So 6 is in one of these 2 squares like this. So 6 is possible here. 7 blocks across here, so 7 is in one of those squares. That can't be 7. So it can be 6, it can't be 7. And the other numbers missing from here are 2 and 9 in this block. 2, 6, 7, 9 are missing, and it's got to be a 6. So we get 7s there, but the 2s and the 9s are still not done. And we have 6s there, we have 7s there, we have 2s here, but the 9s are still unknown, I think. I think this is quite tough, really. Maybe I ought to draw in a few blue squares to help me remember stuff. I know this is 1 and 8. This was 2 and 8, wasn't it? What was this for? 5, 6. I think I did look at these before, but I'm not sure now. So this is 4, 5, 6. So this has to be 1, 3, 7 in those squares. Yeah, nothing to say not. We have a 2, 9 here and a 2, 9 there, but that gives us 3 empty squares, not 2 empty squares, so not sure about that. We've got 4s in those squares, we've got 5s in these squares. Still not doing very much. Very symmetrical pattern on 8s. And Well, I'm getting nothing, so I'm going to put in the pencil marks. Since the 9s are highlighted, I'll do that right now. First of all, 9s are somewhere across there. There's a lot of restrictions and limitations that we need to fill in. We've got a lot of information here. This is 1 and 8, isn't it? And up here we've got 2 and 8. We've got 2s down here. This block here is, a lot of it is worked out already. Oh, let's do it properly. Any more info on 1s? Not sure. Alright, 2s. What else do we know about 2s? Not sure. 3s are in these squares. Oh, I know what I should do. I should fill in this before I forget. We've got 5s there. We've also got 5s there. We've got 4s in these squares. And we've also got 4s up there. And we've got 6 in these squares. And we've also got 6s there. And we've got 6s there. Right, that's a little bit better. Make it a bit clearer. Right, I was going through 2, 3. Not sure. 4. Pair of 5s in those squares. 6s are there, and are we done? Yeah, maybe. 7 there and 7 down here. Eights are in these squares and these squares. And then 9 is kind of done. So actually I thought there was more than that, but in terms of pairs I thought I'd seen more, but I guess not. Alright, let's put in the remaining digits here, which are 2 and 9. 2 and 9 go here. And over here we have 9 anywhere, right? 2, 6, 7, 9, 4 numbers. And over here we're missing 2. We don't know much about the 2. It goes there. Alright, so obviously that's a 1, 8 pair. So that's finished. Should we do the top row, because we've got a lot of candidates over here. 1, 2, 3. What do we know? 3 blocks up there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't know. 3, 4, 5, 7 done. And over here 3 again, blocks up there. 7, don't know. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. 5 numbers done. This is done over here. Right, so not expecting to find anything up here, but okay, that is correct. So let's try the right hand side here. We've got 1 blocking down here and 1 across here, so we have 1s in those squares there. What do we know about 2? 2 blocks across here, so we end up with 2s in those squares. 3 blocks down here. 3s can go there. 4 blocks like this. 4s are there. 5 blocks up here. 5s can go any of those squares. And 6. This is a very congested block. I didn't realize it was going to be so heavy. 6 there. 7, 8, 9 done. Right, now let's have a look at this column. There might be something. Well, there might be, but I can't see it, so we'll just keep going. We'll come across the middle, one across, and here, there's our ones. 3 blocking up here like this. There's our 3s. 5, 6, 7 blocking across here like this. For 7s in those squares. And 9 blocking across here. We end up with 9 like this. Still not seeing anything. There's only 1 block to go. Is this empty, pretty empty block over here? So we know that the 2s and the 9s are in those squares, because I did mention that before. We'll do 2 and 9 there. What do we know about the 3? 3 blocks up here. What do we know about the 4? 4 blocks across and up here. 4s go there. What do we know about the 5? 5 blocks up here. So 5 there. 6 is in. 7 blocks across here like this. So 7 in those squares. 8, 9 down. Oh, look, we've got... It would be the last place I look, wouldn't it? The last... I would make me fill in pencil marks right to the end. If I'd gone left to right, I'd have done much better. I would have saved a bit of time. Never mind. 4 and 7, so this can't be 4 or 7. Let's remove it. And it can't be a 7 down here. And so now this is the only position for a 7 in this block. And it means we have to get rid of all of these. Oh, not there. All of these candidate 7s. And it means we'll be left with a 3 there. And so we get rid of the 3s there. And we get rid of the 3s there, and we're left with 1 and 7. So now we know 7 can't be in any of those squares. That's got to be a 9, and we can get rid of the 9s there, and we'll place an 8 here, and we'll have a 7 in that square and a 7 down here. And we'll do a bit of... No, let's do this first. 4 there, 7 there, 5, 4. We'll do a bit of tidying up now, shall we? Get rid of those 4s. That leaves me a 4 here, 4 there, 5. One good thing is that once all the candidates are in, though, you don't have to think. It's so easy to find. It's just an either or. Right. Probably got to do some more tidying up. But let's see where we are. Let's go with the 1s. What do we know? Looking okay. 2s. Okay. Do I need to tidy up anymore? No. Okay. 3s. Yes, got to get rid of all of those 3s there. Okay, 4. 4 is our completed digit, and also no extraneous candidates. 5 has to be removed from there. And 5 has to be removed from there. And this is the only 5 in this row. There are no other 5s possible. So we get the 5 there, and we can get rid of those candidates there. So now we've got a pair of 2 and 9, so we know that's got to be our 6. And that's our 6 over here. And we'll get rid of candidate 6 there. We've got 7, so we can't have a 7 there. We're left with 3, 8. We also can't have 7 in any of these squares. Now we've got a pair of 1 and 3 here, so that's going to be our 8. Our 3 must go there. We can get rid of a couple of 3s there. We end up with 2 in that square, 5 in that square, and a 9 over here. We get rid of our 9s. And we get rid of our 9s down there. So now we're just onto single digits. 7. 7 up there. 1. Get rid of the 1. We've got a 6 in this column already, so that is our 3. There's our 5, 6 to go up there. And 6 to remove here. Right, almost there. We've got a 2 and a 9 here. We've got to remove the 5 and the 2 here. That will leave us with 1. So there's our 3, there's our 1, there's our 3. Good game this, rather enjoyable game. Quite tough. Not so tough as it is to make it impossible or anything like that, but just making it difficult to see stuff, unless you are one of those people who can play the game without pencil marks, I suppose, which is not, I don't count myself in that particular subset. 1 here. This is 2. There's our 9. There's our 2. 9 goes here, and 2 finishes the game. So that's our Sudoku puzzle for our New York Times Sudoku puzzle for Sunday the 10th of November. Enjoy your weekend. I can hear the bell ringing. I should probably go and buy ice cream or something. Anyway, bye-bye.